and second. The Bentley of Eric van der Poel at the moment in third place. And this car is some 9 laps behind now, the Chrysler Proto. And it looks as though they are having a little more of a worry about that car than they had earlier on. Well, we've just seen the number 60, Conrad Saleen, second in GTS, slowing on the straight. It's now come into the pits. It's a right rear puncture. And that's an appropriate time, perhaps, to talk to Johnny Molam, whose RML Saleen was the leading S7 at the early stages of the race in the GTS category. Johnny, unfortunately the car going out early in the night, so tell us about your race.
Yeah, I mean, it was the worst part is when you're actually going into a situation where we actually got through the worst of the night, and we got in, I think it was 8 o'clock this morning that we went out, and the conditions were absolutely horrendous. I've never in my life experienced anything like that, and unfortunately we had a lot of misting up in the car. There was a bit of fog on the back straight as well, and also my windscreen wipers weren't working, so I did a double stint with no wipers, and visibility was virtually zero. And it wasn't so much the corners that were the problem, it was on the straight. So literally, you could be going along the straight in half throttle and still suddenly be on the lock stops in a straight line. It was absolutely dreadful. But we got through that, and we were the leading Saleen, and we were second in GTS reasonably comfortably, and almost beginning to count our, well, I was sort of talking to them saying we've got 3 or 4 lap lead over the 60 car, and then we dropped a valve with Ian at the wheel, and no fault at all of any of the drivers. They've checked there's no over revs, but unfortunately that's us out.
Johnny, the Saleen's run by 3 separate teams in effect, well, entered by 3 separate teams, Speedlab, Conrad and Ray Mallet. Your car, of course, was on Dunlops, but to what extent is the team working as one unit?
Well, I think it's very important that all 3 of them work together. Obviously, the 61 car went out very, very early indeed, but I think that Steve Saleen obviously wanted the 60 car to win, being the fact that it was the factory car, but I think if that couldn't win, he was very happy to have us win, and I think really, certainly initially, because they had some problems early on, we were the ones that were taking the fight